I'd like to now introduce Judith Tonic Champ from Pawtucket resident. Hi, Judith.
Is this good? I live across the way here. This story, like this. Yeah, it's a saga. It's something that was brought to my attention somehow some time ago. I've lived here a few years, not as long as some, and I realized that something awful was going to be taking place. So I appeared before the Pawtucket City Council that Melissa just mentioned, the Mayor's Community Board, a group that represents public sculpture, and I told them what I knew because I had done some investigation about this without any kind of public say-so, any kind of public hearing of any sort, that this sculpture that was purchased by Mr. Lewis Yip, who is the biggest realtor in Pawtucket as far as I can tell, for $40,000, was going to be mounted on some plinths that were being created, which I saw being created over the summer, and very expensive plinths that were being paid for by a HUD grant, which is a federal grant, Housing Urban Development, that the city had acquired for making what the people on the council thought was a bike path. All it said on the paperwork was new bike path. And then it also said later canoe launch, ironically, and also kayak launch. But all we have right now is this sculpture that everyone says, and everyone's right, looks like Don Quixote, that is mounted on something that we paid for, and that we will continue to pay for because HUD money does not pay for maintenance, but that's taxpayer money. So these are a few things that bother me, aside from the fact of these wonderful Narragansetts who are rightfully very, very angry. I agree with everyone that that sculpture should be taken down. We did meet with the mayor. I mentioned to the various groups I cited earlier, as well as to the mayor, that there's an ordinance that passed in 5-minute away Providence, and it passed in 2020 at the height of the pandemic, and it's called the Commemorative Works Ordinance. It's something that would behoove the city of Pawtucket to know about. They do know about it now. I gave them a copy of it, and it's something that separates out public art from commemorative work. This is not a commemorative monument as far as we're concerned, or it's au contraire, the opposite of that. It's commemorating something that is not something we believe to be commemorated. The Anglican person who was Blackstone is not to be confused with the 18th century jurist who everyone quotes, whose name was also William Blackstone. And I think that maybe some of the people in City Hall got confused by those two names along the way. Very little is known about Blackstone, and yet we have Blackstone's name in many places, as we know. We don't need Blackstone personified by the figure riding an ox or across the way. And by the way, I may say it's a very sharp-sided metal sculpture that any child would injure themselves on if they got close, and they will get close to it. And then who will pay for that? I mean, there are many, many dimensions to this, just moving ahead if it were to stay here. I agree, and I love what it says in front of me. Blackstone did not discover Pawtucket, he stole it. So So thanks for letting me at the microphone.
Thank you so much, Judith.